Hello and welcome to Bookish Brits. I'm Rex, and this month I'm going to be talking about Difficult Women by Helen Lewis. So this is the history of feminism told through 11 different fights. So one of the chapters focuses on divorce, another on love, another on sport, and they are all really well put together. You've got a nice narrative flow and story in each one, but she also brings in other sort of historical considerations that you need to take into account for the time period, and she interviews different people to give you some colour and context to the history and talks about the impact that these things have now. And for me, I found it incredibly insightful. It took me a long time to read it, and that's not because I didn't enjoy the book. I thoroughly enjoy and recommend this book if you're interested in history or feminism or equality or just read it. It's a good book. But I needed time between each chapter to sort of absorb what I'd read and sort of, dig in deeper where I had more questions and I wanted to learn more, but also to give myself a break because it's been a difficult year, and I'm finding that I find non-fiction way more difficult at the moment than I usually do, and I'm trying to sort of fill my space with comedy and stuff that sort of brings me out of reality, and this firmly grounds me back in it. And while it's excellent, sometimes I needed the break. So what I did was sort of read a chapter a month or a few weeks apart, so it took me a while to finish, but genuinely enjoyed it. It's very insightful. I think her writing style is highly accessible, and she makes everything flow with her storytelling, and she's very open about what her opinions are and her own self. She brings a lot of herself into the book, and I liked that. It brings a new lens than a cold retelling of history, and I think that's one of the things that made it stand out more than some of the other books I've read on feminism. So if you're looking for something that doesn't give you a sort of timeline, blow by blow event, but something that sort of has a clear focus on each section with really good storytelling, great interviews and insights, and this is a really good book to read. And it, I think, changed how I think about a lot of things, and opened my eyes to people in history and events that I didn't know about, or maybe knew a little bit about in terms of the modern impact, but didn't know where it came from or how it came to be, or how we gained certain rights and the impacts. And for me, especially, she grabbed me in chapter 1. The first chapter is about divorce, so I'm not giving a massive spoiler here, but if you can spoil history. But having gone through that process myself, it was really interesting to learn that what was denied to people not long ago, really, and that for me was a good hook. But I think for anyone, there's lots in this book that will interest you and surprise you and open your eyes. And I think that's what good education is about challenging you and opening your eyes. And this definitely does that. So Helen Lewis, Difficult Women, give it a go. Bye.